episode of commandN, Willie Nelson goes to the Grammys with Chipotle, iBooks and education, and the world's best small-sized boombox. I've been working in the web industry now for more than 10 years, and let's just say that I have registered a lot of domains. In the past decade, I have never seen a better place to register a domain name than Hover. So we're happy to have them on board as one of our sponsors this week. If you go to commandN.hover.com, you can get 10% off your order. You can also find other services that they offer. One of the best things about Hover that all of us absolutely love at commandN is the option to be able to talk to a real person at Hover. That means no waiting around to get customer service and support.
In textbooks, there's diagrams, but they're static. Something like a cell membrane is a fluid thing. It's always moving.
With U.S. history, they print a textbook and it's outdated almost the second that it's printed.
There is no reason today to assume that kids have to use the same tools that they used in 1950. In fact, to do so is to prepare them for a world that's already passed.
Apple has a long history of working with the educational community and recently made an announcement that we think is going to really shake up the textbook industry, as well as provide opportunities for self-publishing that have a lot of people very excited.
iBooks 2 for iPad has introduced interactive, updatable textbooks that will make learning easier for students through the use of videos, interactive 3D models, animated diagrams, and lots more. Perhaps even more incredible than that, Apple has worked with all the major textbook publishers in the US to ensure that these educational titles will be available for a price of $15 or less.
Looking beyond the obvious advantage of not having to carry an enormous textbook to class, these books allow for annotations and highlighting that can be automatically converted into study flashcards, which I think is awesome. You can also get really easy inline definitions and easy search and navigation. The books can be automatically updated whenever there's new material available. Chapter reviews can include interactive quizzes and that sort of thing. So in a nutshell, they really are going to provide a much richer learning experience.
Apple has also relaunched iTunes U, complete with its own app, which integrates with iBooks and iCloud and now includes the ability for teachers to publish a framework for entire courses and put that online available for free. They've also created iBooks Author, which is a free publishing tool that lets people easily create their own books in an iWork Pages kind of interface. This is a huge opportunity for writers, akin to what the App Store is for designers and developers. And it also follows many of the same rules. For instance, anything that you sell on Apple's iBook store, Apple takes a 30% cut, although you still do have the option to put things up there for free.
Looking at the education side of things, it's obvious that this won't change everything overnight. You still need an iPad to access these materials, and most schools really just can't afford to give an iPad to every student. There are also valid concerns about restrictions on interactive books created with iBooks Author only being able to be sold in the iBook store. And there are those who think that having these textbooks in a proprietary format that is really controlled by Apple is a step down the wrong road.
But still, it's hard not to get excited about the potential to move an industry that affects so many people in such an important area. It's dominated by a very small number of players, and realistically, it's seen no progress in decades. So let us know what you think of Apple's new move into educational textbooks and personal publishing in the comments or through our social media channels.
During a past episode, we told you about the Chipotle YouTube video, which featured Willie Nelson singing a Coldplay song.
It's such a shame for us to part.
A fantastic video to support sustainable farming. Well, it looks like they have taken this video and taken it from YouTube to the big screen. Not so much movie theaters, but instead it aired for the first time during the Grammys as a full 2-minute and 20-second television commercial.
I'm going back to the start.
HP just released a study where they analyzed articles that were shared using Twitter. There were more than 30,000 articles that were reviewed, and according to their research, they found out that the articles that were most commonly shared included a few things like name dropping, in other words, including other popular names during a tweet that was sent out. Also, if the articles were around a popular subject matter like health or technology or even cats, clearly it got shared more. So some great insights in this little report to help people get their articles and content out there on Twitter.
When we were young, the internet was awesome.
If you're wondering what social media looks like in 2062, take a look at this video. It features hipsters talking about the early days of the internet, including viral videos and puking cats online.
I posted funny photos all the time. The best one was when Jay fell flat on his face, passed out at this dubstep show.
You know I lost my job because of that photo.
Oh, you waste case.
I just want to take a minute to talk about a new series that we're doing for Fast Company magazine online. You may remember last fall that we did a series called Work Smart. We're now doing a series called Workflow, and it's all about tips and tricks from some leading entrepreneurs and business leaders in terms of how they get through their busy days. The first couple of episodes feature interviews with everyone from the founder of Dig to the co-founder of Reddit and CNN's Ali Velshi.
Hello.
All right, everyone, listen up. I've got some big news.
I've been using Jawbone's Jambox rechargeable Bluetooth speaker for months now, and I'm seriously happy with the experience. The small, stylish speaker, only 6 inches wide, delivers sound like I've never heard from such a small device. It's got 85 decibels of output capacity, the audio is clear, and the bass is really decent for such a small speaker. Beyond the great sound, there's a built-in microphone, so you can take calls through the Jambox on your phone. And there's also the ability to use the speaker with several smartphone apps, which let you do cool things like send voice text to groups of people, use it for voice dialing out for calls, hear how much speaker life you have left and stuff like that. And speaking of battery life, the specs say the Jambox will last 10 hours under normal conditions, and I've certainly got very close to that in my usage. On the side of the unit is a switch to turn it on and off or pair it with a Bluetooth device, which is an experience that I've found much easier with this than with an awful lot of other Bluetooth devices I've used in the past. The top has volume up and down buttons, as well as the third button to start and end calls and get battery status and other customizable settings. And there's the micro USB jack at the end for firmware updates and charging with the included wall plug, as well as a mini jack input so you can plug in non-Bluetooth devices as well. But the only thing that might keep somebody from buying one of these is the relatively steep suggested price of $199. That said, it's a really rugged device, and I've seen Jamboxes on sale online for 2/3 of that price or less. So do a little searching, and you might be able to pick up one of these fantastic little feature-rich portable speakers for a song.
That's all for today's episode. As always, you can find us online at commandN.tv, where you can leave us a comment and let us know what you thought of this episode and what you'd like to see in future shows. Also, check out Jeff's Pinterest page. He may be the only guy on Pinterest, where he features his product reviews from the show, all of the favorite things that he's ever gotten his hands on. So really great work there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.